morning, and thank you once again for allowing me to share these thoughts with you at the beginning of a new day. Let's just take a few moments today to talk about discernment. Discernment, we might say, is seeing into the very heart of a matter and making wise decisions based upon this insight. Discernment is accurately assessing not only circumstances, but also motives. 1 Timothy 5:21-25 says, I solemnly charge you in the presence of God and of Christ Jesus and of his chosen angels to maintain these principles without bias, doing nothing in a spirit of partiality. Do not lay hands upon anyone too hastily and thereby share responsibility for the sins of others. Keep yourself free from sin. No longer drink water exclusively, but use a little wine for the sake of your stomach and your frequent ailments. The sins of some men are quite evident, going before them to judgment. For others, their sins follow after. Likewise also, deeds that are good are quite evident, and those which are otherwise cannot be concealed. The Apostle Paul wrote to a young man named Timothy who was entrusted with the pastoral care of a church in the ancient city of Ephesus. Inexperienced and alone, he no doubt desperately needed the wisdom of an older and more experienced man such as Paul. And Paul advised Timothy to hold unswervingly to solid, timeless truths and principles. He was to be careful and discerning of those selected for various positions of service within and through the local church. He was even advised to sparingly drink some wine for his health problems, which was some of the best medical treatment available in that day. The sinful conduct, Paul says, of some people was sometimes immediately evident, but with others it was evident much later. Good conduct also was easily observable, and wicked behavior would eventually come to light as well, he said. The Apostle Paul knew from experience just how critical discernment is to human relationships. In his final words in 2 Timothy 4, verse 14, he said this, Alexander the coppersmith did me much harm. Now, likely this man Alexander was someone that Paul had previously trusted, but he had been betrayed and he had been harmed by someone who was not as he seemed to be. I'm sure we can all probably fill in the name or names of individuals that we've had similar experiences with as well. Now, as we encounter people today, we will need to be discerning. Some people that we know well are consistent in their words and their behavior. These are people of integrity. There are others that we know who, shall we say, play the game, who are known to be manipulative and even vindictive. There also will likely be people that we will meet today for the very first time, and we will immediately need to be discerning as to their speech, their words, their conduct. And we do not want to be naive, but we also don't want to be callous and critical, so we need discernment, balance, and wisdom. The cynic says, the more I know people, the more I like my dog. Well, pets are genuine and pets are unpretentious, and we think that the world would be a better place if every person acted as our pets do. Well, the fact is that's not how it is. Well, I want to leave you today with some important discernment Bible verses, and I pray that God will give you wisdom as you seek to implement these in your life and your experience today. 1 John 4:1. Beloved, do not believe every spirit, but test the spirits to see whether they are from God, for many false prophets have gone out into the world. John 7:24. Do not judge by appearances, but judge with right judgment. 1 Thessalonians 5, verse 21. Test everything. Hold fast what is good. Hosea 14:9. Whoever is wise, let him understand these things. Whoever is discerning, let him know them. For the ways of the Lord are right, and the upright walk in them, but transgressors stumble in them. and Philippians 1, 9 and 10. It is my prayer that your love may abound more and more with knowledge and all discernment, so that you may approve what is excellent, and so be pure and blameless for the day of Christ. Well, thank you once again for allowing me to share this time with you today, and may God give you wisdom and discernment, encouragement and grace until we meet together again in this time and in this way. And so until then, so long and God bless.